Hey, it's my fellow physicist. Welcome. I'm going to record working out probably about half the problems so you can check your answers. I'll give you the answers to all of them, but I'm going to actually work out maybe 3 or 4 of them so you can check yourself and to make sure you're doing it right. Uh, so far, of every ones that I've graded, looked at, who submitted it, completed, had had at least several right. Uh, and one of you had all of them right. Good job. Okay, so here's the document opened up in Kami. So number 1 and 2 are very much the same, so I'm just going to work out one of them. Okay. To the right, you'll see the triangle with the M over the D and the V. And I'll use that to show you how to work the formula. I'll remind you. So a student measures a mass of an 8-centimeter block. So mass equals 8. Oops, no. That's why some of us got it wrong. What is the mass? Let's find out again. A student measures the mass of a 8 cubic centimeter block. This is actually the volume. So the mass, they measure it to be 12.9. So 12.9 grams. And what was that volume again? 8. So V equals 8. And that is now the cubic centimeters. Okay. Now you can do all this by typing is fine. Just click the text box to the left over here. All right. So now you have your knowns, the unknowns. You're going to set up the equation D equals mass 12.9 divided by 8. And when you plug that in, you should get 1.61 grams per cubic centimeter. And that is your answer. And I believe I might have worked that one out on the last video as well. All right. So the answer to number 2, and I'll let you figure it out if you haven't done it yet, but the answer is 0.87. So if you did not get this, go back and look and see if you can figure out why. Remember, 1 ml is equal to 1 cubic centimeter. Okay, those are the same thing. So you can use cm3 or you can use ml, whatever you like better. And then 3 and 4 are similar. One is asking for the mass, the other is asking for the volume. I'll go ahead and work the top one out. So if we're looking for the mass, look at our triangle. Then what we have to do is multiply the D times the V. So density, okay, we have, right, density 2.5. Shout out to students who wrote all this out. 2.5 grams per ml with a volume, and I know I'm cramming this in there, of 15 ml. Okay. So 2.5 grams in 1 ml, then how many grams are in 15 ml? Well, you can see that you'd simply multiply the 2.5 times the 15. And if you don't see that, that's okay. Just follow the rules of the equation. And to figure out mass, you do D times V, right? So to get the mass, it's D times V. So density is 2.5 times 15. And that's going to give you, number 3, 37.5. 37.5, and that will just be grams. And this is your answer there. Okay, that's the mass. Number 4, you'll do a similar thing, but you're solving for volume, in which case now you're going to divide mass by the density. So instead of multiplying, you're going to divide 65 divided by 5.45, and number 4 comes out to 11.9. If you did not get that, go back and look, and it's 11.9 ml, and see why that was the case. All right, so number 5, I'm just going to write the answers here. 2.75, and that's going to be grams per ml. Number 6 is 0.24. And that's also going to be grams per ml. 7, we had to figure out the volume first, right? So volume equals length times width times height, right? You got to multiply those 3. So 10 times 5 times 20 will give you the volume. And now all they want is a density. And the mass, they tell you, is 2,700 grams. So density is going to be, for number 7, 2.7 grams per ml. Okay, that's the answer. Again, if you didn't get that, go check and see where you might have made a little mistake. Most of you, because I saw you got a few right, it was probably just a slip up or mix up when you were walking through the steps. So this will definitely teach you to pay attention to detail. I'm going to go ahead and skip on down to this one. I'll give you the answer. I'm not going to give you the numbers. I would like to see the numbers, but I will go ahead and let you know to confirm for those, because I did not comment on everyone's. It would be BCA. You'd have here, and you can have fun with this if you like. And you can click, somebody did, I think it was, oh, who did this? Stephanie? No, Kimberly? Let's go with orange. There we go. And so we have 3 different solutions based on their density. And for fluid A, B, and C, you really are just doing the density formula. That's it. Okay. So down here, again, I'm not going to work all of them out. I will tell you that this one, these 2 down here, the ring and the block, are similar to up here where you have to figure out the volume first. And then find the answer, compare it to your table of densities. This is why density is a physical property. It can be used to identify substances. For every given unit of volume, there is a certain mass that is specific to that substance, all right? So it's the identity of that substance. A density is the compactness of it. So gold will have the same compactness on your finger as it does in a rock in the mountain, okay? Because gold is gold. It always will have the same mass, that is the same compactness per volume. Obviously, a bigger chunk of gold is going to weigh more, but the density, so if you take the size, right, the mass, and divide by the volume, you're going to get the same numbers. If you get a small rock that weighs very little with a small volume, you're going to get density. It's going to be the same. It's pretty crazy cool. So it can be used to identify. So what did we identify here? What's the coin made of? Cheap penny. Copper. Looks like a dime to me. Everyone kind of knows these. You might have seen them in gift shops. And these are quartz. You almost, if you know them, you don't need to do this to figure out what they are, right? Maybe I should keep one of these secret. What do you think? So here's the ring with the mass. And here we have the method, which I gave it to you as an optional reading for those who might not have done it. If you have a given volume of water, you put the ring inside of it, that water is going to go up just a little bit. So it went from 10 to 15. So how big is the ring? 5. So 107 divided by 5. And that should show you that it is platinum. Platinum. There you go. I like platinum. Nice. Silver is a nice color. What's the block made of? Marble. There you go. So we've gone through the answers. Hopefully it makes sense. You can compare your answers now to mine. I didn't work out all of them because I still want you to work out and work through them if you don't. Hopefully you found you got a good amount of these correct. Nice work, guys. Nice work. This will not be heavily represented on the exit ticket. I feel like this was enough work right here. The concept of density you want to hold on to, and the 2 exit tickets will deal with the other topics that we've been working on this week. Physical and chemical properties and compounds and, oh wait, sorry, that's chemistry. Man, I'm getting this stuff mixed up. This is physical systems, so you'll only have 1 quiz, physical and chemical properties. Unless your name is Indiana, then you're probably going to take the same one twice. All right. Good job, folks. Peace out.